Hello. In this presentation, I will discuss about the strategic importance of knowledge management practices with reference to tacit and explicit knowledge in helping organizations to achieve their long-term objectives. So, let's talk about the importance of knowledge management. Knowledge that cannot be documented or shared is of no use to any organization, whereas well-documented knowledge is an intangible and a very precious asset to any organization. KMS system can boost the performance, client satisfaction factor, and the revenues of any organization. Performance, for example, several studies indicate that the ability of an organization to retain, share, and utilize the knowledge has a significant impact on its performance. On the other hand, a well-organized KM system can also help the organization to achieve increased employee performance, reduced delivery times, high client satisfaction. It ensures how it does that. It ensures all the relevant information and the resources can be accessed by employees anytime or whenever they need it. It ensures that having a good KM system ensures that your organization effectively is able to take advantage of the existing expertise within the organization. Some organizations derive revenue only from the knowledge base, and they have hence making knowledge an intangible asset for them. Tacit and explicit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is the knowing how, and whereas the explicit knowledge is knowing that. Tacit is the learning that is rooted within the minds of people, while explicit knowledge is documented information that can be used to facilitate any action. Since tacit knowledge is inimitable in comparison to explicit knowledge, it is often the key to developing a sustainable competitive advantage for the organization. Tacit knowledge is usually imbibed in the daily routines of individuals as well as groups and bigger organizations, which makes it difficult to copy. For example, a senior manager may have a different way of doing a particular task, which is maybe quicker and more efficient process of doing that particular task. So he has gained this knowledge from his experience. So that is in his daily routine. How we can get to learn the process that the senior manager follows. So for this, we need to increase the knowledge sharing in the organization. An organization should develop a knowledge sharing culture. It should invest heavily in knowledge management systems. It should encourage team building exercises, facilitate workshops where experts can coach or share their experiences. A good example of this are cross-training programs, wherein mentoring, shadowing, and other training programs allow employees to gain business knowledge by watching others more experienced to work. A very good example of it can be the Toyota. New employees at Toyota, they shadow experience the experienced employee for months after their joining, and they work at the new factories and the offices by shadowing their experienced staff. So a company can also increase knowledge sharing by offering rewards and incentives for those who are sharing their tacit knowledge to motivate them. So Nonaka's Seiki model also talks about this similar thing. According to Nonaka's Seiki model of knowledge dimension, in order to spread tacit knowledge within an organization, it should facilitate social interaction within the team members, so the experts are able to share their experience and know-hows with the junior team members. An example of this could be having a social networking tool within the organization. A private social networking tool like Workplace or Slack, it allows the team members to communicate and collaborate in a shared workspace. And these tools also develop as knowledge management systems because they store all the historical conversation that has happened, which allows employees to search for previously discussed information. So it's quite a helpful social networking tool for organizations. Competitive advantage. Continuous innovation is the must-have ingredient for an organization, both long-term and short-term strategy. It ensures that the organization maintains its competitiveness in fast-changing market dynamics and in long-term leads to sustainable competitive advantage. Knowledge creation, sharing, and retention should be given top priority in order to optimize organization performance. So it is like a no-brainer. It's that a sustainable competitive advantage is what an organization needs to stay on top of the competition and to achieve their long-term goals. A key contributor to innovation is the application of existing tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge, and creation of new knowledge is an outcome of organizational learning. KM practices are strategically quite important for an organization as they help them to increase their chances of long-term success and achieve their long-term goals. They lead to improvement in the effectiveness of decision-making process. They lead to improvement in the levels of operational efficiency, flexibility, commitment, and involvement of employees. Better KM processes lead to better and more frequent innovation. Employees spend more time on the company contributing towards the organization's goal as they see that their tacit knowledge and contribution towards explicit knowledge is being valued by the organization by the system of rewards. Important information and resources being accessed by all the employees when they need it, which leads to reduction in repetition or duplication of efforts, hence no mistakes are repeated. This is a very key point for knowledge management, since you are able to reduce the time by making less mistakes, or you are just making only new mistakes, you are not repeating mistakes, so that leads to better efficiency and better performance. Better decision making due to availability of vast knowledge resources, encouraging free flow of ideas, which leads to innovation and hence long-term sustainable competitive advantage. Thank you.